Have you ever noticed that the people who talk positively about money and wealth typically have an abundance of it? Or people who talk about how sick and depressed they are usually unhealthy or sad? It almost seems like the things that people focus their time, energy, and attention on is what they get more of. Now, I've shared before about how your thoughts become your reality, and I want to expand on that a little bit and talk about how wealth is actually all in your mind. Wealth comes in so many different forms other than money. You could be wealthy in friendships, in love, you could even have a wealth of happiness. I'm extremely grateful to have gotten the opportunity to travel to so many different countries around the world. I've seen almost every extreme of poverty and lavish luxury, from the poorest third world nations to the richest counties in America. It's just so crazy. You would think that the people with the most money, the best lifestyles, the nicest houses and possessions would be just the most joyous, happy people on the planet, right? You would be what's known as wrong. When I was 10 years old, I distinctly remember walking in a slum-like remote village in Botswana, Africa, that was basically made from spare plastic and whatever else the villagers could find to build shelter. There was this elderly woman who was instantly overcome with joy when I gave her a 5 rand coin, worth about 35 cents in today's dollars. Even to a 10-year-old American boy like me, this was just pocket change. But to her, this meant everything. While she had basically no money or assets to her name whatsoever and lived on just the bare necessities that it takes to survive, she was by far the wealthiest of all of the travelers that visited her burrow. She gets to live every day surrounded by her family, has no mortgage or stressful job to keep up with, and most importantly, she believes that she has all that she needs to be happy. Now, obviously, I believe that she deserves to have so much more financially than she already does, but much of Southern Africa has very little economic activity to participate in. And this is a whole other issue of someone's viability in the marketplace that is outside of her control. But the lesson here is that when we start to notice what we already have around us and the things for which we're grateful, we instantly become wealthier in virtues and spirit rather than becoming wealthier in money. So how can we take this and apply it to our financial lives? Well, first, we can practice gratitude for what we already have. Even if you live in America and have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt, you can be grateful for the resources that this country provides you for free. Public roads, local libraries, a relatively stable economy and government. And you can even begin your journey building wealth by using all of these things that are already at your disposal. Secondly, we can start to view our financial lives as being abundant. We can begin to cut down our lifestyles, not in a scarcity mindset or just focusing on not spending any money whatsoever, but intentionally getting rid of the things that don't add value to our lives. We can then find ways to set aside money each month to grow for us, however large or small, and be grateful that we can do so. Thirdly, we can then shift our focus to wealth flowing to us abundantly so that we can find better ways to earn more money and invest more of our income. The last thing that I'll mention today is that it seems to me that the people who are the most generous, the ones who want to help others the most, seem to have the most abundance of financial wealth. Look at some of the richest people in the world. Ray Dalio, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. They're all heavily engaged in philanthropy and charitable giving while continuing to grow their empire and be successful. What's even more coincidental? Most of the stingy, greedy, out for themselves kinds of people seem to be the most unhappy. It's because they have no awareness outside of their own personal gain and have no desire to improve the daunting, hurting world around them. A person with an outward purpose will always find more abundance and wealth than a person focused on personal gain. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give me a like, and I'll see you on the next video.